What's up, everybody? Back with another unboxing of the Doogee Mix Silver. So I've already unboxed and reviewed the Doogee Mix before, but that was like the standard black one. So this is a silver version. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because it's the exact same phone other than the color. I wonder if that condom packaging is still here, because if you saw my last unboxing of the Doogee Mix, there is this. This is ridiculous. Stick in hole feel the world. I don't know if it's like they're doing it as a joke or they genuinely don't know what, what that implies. So, power outlet, USB cable. I think the Doogee Mix uses normal USB, so not USB-C. SIM ejector tool, that's it. No head. I think there's a case here. Yep, there's a screen protector, plastic, books, and a case. Pretty nice case, better than the case that was found in the Liegu Kika. So it snaps on pretty nicely, gives it a bit of grip. Exact same packaging as before then, basically, including this condom thing. So my favorite part. So this version I have is 6 gigs of RAM, I believe. Yes, 6 gigs of RAM. So, there's one more screen protector here. I'm not gonna. Actually, I'll take it off. There's like another thing to peel. I don't remember the Doogee Mix, the black version, having this thing. Not really. Oy. Oh, this is pretty strong. This is like the same material on a screen protector, not that, not the typical unboxing film. So very shiny, very metallic feeling, and there's a screen protector on the front. I'm gonna leave this on. So let's power on the device. Same setup. I'm gonna play around with the phone a little bit, and I will have hands on, but I'm gonna be quick with the hands on because again, this is the exact same phone as the Doogee Mix that I already reviewed. Very, very reflective. Okay, so I played with the phone for a little bit. As I mentioned, I'm not going to spend too much time on this because I already have covered the Doogee Mix. This is just a different color. So I'm still not a fan of Doogee software. Like this little string here is kind of cute, but like I just don't know what this is. It kind of gets in the way. You are able to turn it off, but when I test the phone, I'm testing it for the phone as is, like out of the box. And when you swipe to the right, you get this little Google Now type of news, which could be useful to some people. But again, if this was my daily driver, I would just turn all this stuff off. But it's pretty cool to see, because some phones like the Maze Alpha is just like completely plain. Like the software is just, there's like almost nothing on there. So about this phone, when I first tested this phone, like 2 months ago, a month and a half ago, I was quite impressed. But I gotta say, since then, a bunch of other cheap bezel-less phones have come that have knocked this off the #1 spot, because this phone only has a 1280 by 720 resolution. So literally every other bezel-less phones that I've tested has a better resolution. The Maze Alpha has a 1080p. The Elephone S8 has a 2K resolution. And even this really cheap Liegu Kika Mix that can be as cheap as $89 US has a 1080p display. So the Doogee Mix immediately falls short in the display area. But I tested the camera, and the camera actually, it's probably the better of the bunch. I'll get to that later, but let's check out again device info. Check out some stats first. So 720p display. It's a Helio P20, or either P20 or P25, MediaTek 6757. You do get 6 gigs of RAM here, so that's a bit more than my other phones. 64 gigs of internal storage. The camera is a 16 megapixel rear shooter and a 5 megapixel selfie shooter. So you are able to hide the navigation buttons, which I like. So let's move on to the color. This is the new silver color. It's really, really reflective. So it's up to it's up to you whether or not this is your taste. I'm an American dude, so I like my phones to be like all black like this. I know that people in Asia might like, you know, might like shiny blue or different colors. Like even the LG V30, I'm not a fan of this blue. I'd rather have a black one. All my phones, if I'm actually gonna use this as my daily driver, I like them to be black. But anyway, that's just my opinion. So this shiny silver, Doogee's making a big thing about. So I think it looks pretty nice. It's very reflective. This phone is very boxy compared to, say, the Liego Kika Mix, which actually it's slightly rounded, so it fits into the palm better, I think. And this is also slightly rounded right here, the Elephone S8. So this is very boxy, just like a Xiaomi Mi Mix, but it's a lot easier to hold because there's only a 5.5-inch display compared to 6.4 in the Xiaomi Mi Mix or even a 6-inch phone like this. So the Liego Kika Mix is also 5-inch, but the Doogee is actually a little bigger. The Liego Kika Mix, I don't know if you can see, it's, let me bring the camera up. See, so the Doogee Mix is a little bit taller. They are at the exact same level of width though. So, but because this phone's curved and it's a little bit shorter, it wins the size competition. So now moving on to the camera app, there's a button here that lets you zoom in. But you know, obviously, if you follow these phone news, you really know that a lot of YouTubers have proven that the second camera is actually fake, I think. So this is just a digital zoom. But we'll try a test shot anyway. I'm actually kind of impressed by the zoom level of details. Let's take it out. Excuse all the noise for now. It's hot as hell in Hong Kong, so I had to turn on the AC and also the dehumidifier. So okay, so that was the shot earlier I took from 2x zoom. So I was like about 5 feet away. So I can already see, because the screen is only 720p, I can already see on my phone that I'm recording the pixels and stuff. So this display is just not as good as the other ones. So this is probably a digital zoom, but it's still pretty good. You can see Thailand right here very clearly. Baby Groot, this was shot with that 2x zoom too. Thought detail is pretty solid. Let's check out some other photos I took earlier as a test. So this is a shot I took outside. Let's compare it to these other phones that I also tried them with. Okay, so this is with the Liego Kika Mix. This is with the Doogee Mix. So I think the Doogee Mix is a little bit, the shot came out a little better. There's more lighting on the top of the building, and just the lighting down there, there's a little bit more detail. Like you see how dark the street is compared to this. So now it's compared to a shot by the Elephone S8. Okay, so this one is taken with the Elephone S8. I think the Doogee wins this one too. Again, look at how dark this is, and there's not much detail. It's kind of blurred, whereas this is pretty clear. These photos were all taken back to back to back. So here's another sample of a low light situation in my dark living room. So you can see that the Doogee Mix photo is better than the Elephone S8. But you know, obviously Doogee Mix ultimately is still a budget camera, because if you compare it to a real flagship device, this is the LG V30. So I mean, it's not even a competition when you compare the Doogee Mix's shot to the LG V30's shot. So you know, Doogee Mix beats the other budget phones in terms of camera, but no comparison to a real flagship phone. Okay, but the screen resolution difference really matters when you are reading text. So let me just open it. This is an article, zoom in. The text just ultimately does not look as crisp when you're just pulling in all the way compared to a 280p, 1080p panel. I think 720p, it's actually, you can see the difference. So this is a lot, at least to me. I can see that this text here on the right, it's more clear than the left, because 1080p versus 720p. Now I can't tell the difference between 2K versus 1080p, but I can definitely tell the difference between 1080p and 720. So, and watching videos too, you will see the difference. So right now, because you're looking at this video through another screen, you might not be able to see what I'm seeing. But when I get up close to the screen, I can see pixels. It's still a very solid display. It's just not as good as a 1080p panel on like the Maze Alpha. So that's it for now, the Doogee mix. I'm not gonna cover this phone anymore. If you want to know more, I made at least one video before on the Doogee mix, and I also have a review written for my Forbes page. You can Google Forbes, Forbes, and my name, Ben Sin, to check out the article if you're interested in learning more about the Doogee mix. Thanks for watching.